Latest lunchtime news.
Attitude at altitude. What a result to wake up to. What a match to watch in the middle of the night. England fans were rewarded as they witnessed Tuchel's team power through to the quarter-finals, beating the host nation Mexico with just 10 men.
We had to fight. We had to find something. Everything against us. We found a way.
Jude Bellingham scored 2 within 2 minutes, then told fans to text their bosses to say they were not coming into work. So, was it worth being up all night? A resounding yes from those who did.
The birth of my two children couldn't even slightly compare to it. I'd agree. The birth of his two children had nothing on that. That was unbelievable.
Also ahead, what is going on with Harry and his father? He won't now stay at Buckingham Palace as the offer was withdrawn from the King. ITV has agreed to the sale of its media and entertainment business to Sky for up to £1.6 billion. And the pupils banned from watching that incredible World Cup clash until they got to school.
This is the ITV Lunchtime News with Nina Hossain.
Good afternoon, and what a good afternoon it is for England fans. Those who were up all night or woke early to watch the match against Mexico on catch-up were rewarded good and proper. Thomas Tuchel's England battled the altitude, a red card and a delayed kick-off to pull off an impressive 3-2 win against one of the World Cup host nations. The last time England played at the Azteca was when they lost to Argentina 40 years ago after Maradona scored with his hand of God. Our sports editor Steve Scott on a world-class World Cup Classic match.
A game for the ages, one of England's best. World-class moments and heroism in adversity. Altitude, Mexico and the Azteca, and a deafening 75,000 crowd, all conquered on one memorable night.
Being away from horrible decisions against us, and we found a way. We found a deep desire from within to get through this game, and just couldn't be prouder of the boys.
Bukayo Saka, past Kane, but Bellingham coming in!
A brilliant Bellingham brace set England on their way. He's barely put a foot wrong in the past few weeks, and along with Kane, is irreplaceable. Mexico narrowed the gap before half-time, but worse was to come when they turned around. Jarrell Quansah sent off, and England were down to 10 for 40-plus minutes. Could they survive? Mexico cut the deficit again.
Raul Jimenez!
5th minute onwards, this is the World Cup, it's going to be roller coasters, and tonight was one of them, so on to the next.
While Mexican fans tried to dance the pain away, their England counterparts were in awe of what they'd just seen.
How long was that 20 minutes? Yes, longest 20 minutes of my life. Cannot believe it. What an absolute game.
How could we do better than that? I wasn't expecting to get to Miami. We're now on our way to Miami.
To see a greater England away game than that.
That was incredible. That was a bucket list venue in a bucket list match with a World Club Classic thrown into measure. It was, you couldn't have scripted that.
Like everyone else, the manager experienced almost every emotion possible last night, but he was still able to stand apart from the chaos when it counted. Thomas Tuchel showed here how he's earned a reputation for superb in-game management. It was a managerial masterclass backed up by some lion-hearted defending.
Home team altitude was a lot of adversity from the start, but it kept coming during the match. It kept coming, and finishing 40-50 minutes with a man down just tells the story what this team is all about. They mean it, and they just refuse to give in. It's absolutely brilliant.
Thunderstorms may have delayed this game for an hour, but boy, was it worth the wait. Steve Scott, ITV News, Mexico City.
A 2 a.m. kickoff saw a bumper night for the pubs and venues that were allowed to stay open very late. In the post-match interview, Jude Bellingham's message to fans was to text your boss to tell them you are not coming in. Whether you followed his advice or not, what a night it was to be watching the drama unfold and then walk out into the daylight, with England heading to a quarter-final clash with Norway on Saturday. Rosie Dowsing witnessed the most memorable and magical night with fans in London.
Well, fans are now spilling out onto the street. The Clapham Grand has hosted 1,200 of these fans. They're all absolutely joyous. They're all singing. Let's chat to some of them. How was that for you? How was that for you?
Yeah, let's have it right. That was what an atmosphere, should I say, to start. Hey, genuinely, like the birth of my two children couldn't even slightly compare to it. I'd agree. The birth of his two children have nothing on that. That was unbelievable.
So I would say worth staying up for.
Without a shadow of a doubt, that was unbelievable.
More 1 a.m. games is what I say.
Yeah, Jude Bellingham, give him United right now.
Now I understand why all the girls love you. You are one beautiful man. I love you with all my heart.
It was the best time ever. We were like, are we going to do this? Are we going to keep this lead? And then guess what? We kept the lead! And we did.
That last 10 minutes, honestly, my heart was in my mouth. But we got there in the end. I mean, honestly, what more can you actually ask from them players? Like, genuinely, out of all the squads I've watched, I've seen them, watching for 15, 20 years. I've not seen that level of commitment and just to that time. It was amazing. Absolutely, is coming home. Every single day of the week, twice on a Sunday. Every day is
There you go. Pure relation here on the streets of Clapham. Very early hours of the morning, but many would say worth staying up for, worth the weary-eyed start to Monday morning. Everyone's looking forward to the match on Saturday, potentially in a more sociable hour.
Rosie Dowsing reporting there from South London. Let's take you to another venue now. I'm joined by Simona Messo, the Assistant General Manager from the Greenwood Pub in Victoria. Thanks very much for talking to me this lunchtime. What a night. How was it for you?
Oh, it was just amazing. The atmosphere was great. There was a lot of fans over here. There were dancing, drinking, singing. It was just such a beautiful moment. And like hospitality is such a hard period going through right now. And yesterday night was just amazing. Just an experience that I believe everybody that was here will never forget.
Absolutely. How much sleep have you had?
We had around 600 people in, and they were here between the whole game, so from midnight all the way until 5 a.m. So it was intense and fun.
And Simona, you missed my question there, but I'm interested to know how much sleep you've had dealing with all those people.
How much, sorry?
Sleep have you had?
How much fit?
Sleep. Did you manage to get any sleep? Have you been to bed at all?
Yeah, so it was definitely full. We got great feedback from the guests, so it was just amazing.
Absolutely. I'll move on from the sleep question. You probably haven't had any. A huge shout out to all the workers around the country who put in that really long shift. Lots of people who turned up to these venues, big and small, will be very grateful for all the teams that did turn out and work last night.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The team here at Greenwood is just amazing. They're putting such a massive effort every day. They put their 100%, they have fun with the guys, they keep the standard. They're just amazing, and we really appreciate their effort every single day, and we reward them every night. And this probably is one of the greatest occasions to say thank you to all the Greenwood team and to the whole ETM group for the whole team, that what they do every day and what they deliver. They definitely are special about it, and they are amazing.
Yeah, I said last night, but it was actually earlier this morning, wasn't it? Do you agree there was something magical about watching in the early hours when it was dark and then leaving as the sun came up?
Yeah, so that was just amazing. The game got pushed an hour, and the fan did never give up. The staff never give up. There was just a massive building up. They were just enjoying it and staying over. And with the sun coming out, the energy never dropped, you know. And every score they made, you could feel the whole room feeling with like screaming and singing, and it was just amazing. It's really hard to explain into words. It's just an experience that I believe is worth to be here and live it in the first person. So definitely next Saturday we're here again, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be even bigger than what it was last night.
Yeah, but absolutely. England-Mexico will be one that none of us who were out in the pubs will ever forget. Simona Messo, thank you very much for speaking to us this lunchtime. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
UEFA has hit back at FIFA's ruling to suspend a red card shown to United States striker Folarin Balogun against Bosnia and Herzegovina after reported lobbying from President Trump, saying it has crossed a red line and has put the integrity of the game at stake. The US president is said to have called FIFA on several occasions before Balogun's ban was lifted. Belgium is set to face the US tomorrow, and their FA is reported to have been granted the right to an appeal. To other news now, and Prince Harry will not stay at Buckingham Palace during his UK trip this week, despite his team announcing that he would be. It's thought the Duke will be arriving in the UK today as part of a plan to attend an anniversary event of the Invictus Games. Sam Holder is at the Palace this lunchtime. What do we know so far on this developing story?
Well, Nina, it was a quite remarkable series of announcements this morning. At around 9 o'clock, Prince Harry's team said that he would be staying here at Buckingham Palace during his visit to London. Less than an hour later, the Palace responded and said, actually, that wasn't the case. He wouldn't be staying, and that he can't stay. Now, sources say that he had been invited, and the offer had been on the table for some time, but that he'd initially turned down the invitation, and when he changed his mind on Saturday, it was too late to sort out the appropriate level of staffing. Prince Harry will be here as part of a wider trip, but tomorrow the judgment is being handed down in his case against Associated Newspapers, which owns the Daily Mail. He's accused them of unlawful behaviour. Now, Harry's team says that is one of the reasons why the offer to stay here at Buckingham Palace was reversed. And sources from the palace have told our royal editor Chris Shipp that there had been concern about Harry staying at a royal residence when this judgment is handed down, saying it added complexity and that it risked appearing to compromise the king, although it's not really clear why that would be the case, and the palace has been aware of this for a while. All in all, it's confusing, chaotic, and embarrassing for both the palace and the prince. This was supposed to be a step towards reconciliation. Now it risks turning into an entirely new row.
Sam Holder, thank you for that. Thank you. ITV has agreed to the sale of its media and entertainment business to Sky for up to £1.6 billion. The agreement comes after months of talks and is subject to regulatory approval. Our correspondent Sejal Karia is here. What more can you tell us at this stage?
Nina, this is one of the biggest shake-ups in British broadcasting history, and as you say, that Sky has agreed to buy ITV's channels and its streaming service, ITVX, in a deal worth up to £1.6 billion. ITV's production arm, ITV Studios, is not being bought by Sky. It'll continue making programmes including Corrie and I'm a Celeb under a long-term agreement with Sky. Sky's boss says this deal aims to create what it calls a national streaming champion through ITVX to compete with the likes of Netflix and YouTube.
We're going to keep all of the programs that ITV viewers love will stay free to air. So Coronation Street, Emmerdale, Love Island, I'm a Celebrity, all of those remain free to the ITV viewer. And we'll be looking for opportunities, as I mentioned, to bring more sport onto the ITV platform.
Crucially, what might it mean for viewers?
Well, as we heard just there, ITV programmes will remain free to viewers. Sky says it has no current plans to put ITV content behind a paywall, and it says that it's committed to ITV's public service obligations, including national and regional news, until at least 2034 under the existing licence. Dame Carolyn McCall, the boss of ITV, says the deal secures the broadcaster's future.
ITV's identity is too strong. It is such a national icon. It is so respected and so valued by so many people, all our stakeholders, whether it's viewers, whether it's shareholders, whether it's, it's just a huge, our own people, right? And so I don't think Sky would have bought ITV if it didn't value that.
So all of this now is subject to approval both by the government and also by the regulator, Ofcom.
Sejal, thank you very much. Thank you. The weight loss drug Wegovy will be available in pill form from today via private prescriptions to adults with a BMI of at least 30 or to those who are overweight and have a related health condition. Our health correspondent Rebecca Barry has been given...
How would you describe the dawn of weight loss pills?
It's really exciting for us.
There are 16 million adults in the UK living with obesity. How many of those would you eventually like to see benefiting from weight loss medications?
The current numbers are staggering. 16 million people is not to be belittled. That is a ticking bomb. It has to start getting addressed today.
A pill must be much cheaper for you to produce. Will they be cheaper than the jabs for UK customers to purchase?
Actually, to the contrary, I would say.
So it won't be cheaper?
It is not cheaper for us to produce the pill. No.
Being able to take a pill could potentially increase the risk of people with eating disorders or people who are using this for cosmetic reasons. What are you doing to prevent that misuse and protect vulnerable people?
Education, education, education. I think
they are being misused already in injection form.
Our job is to continue educating the doctors and the public at large. By the way, also having this interview with you, echoing our voice louder than we can be heard on our own is really, really important.
These pills could be easier for criminals to counterfeit.
And finally, back to today's top story, England's overnight win against Mexico in Mexico with just 10 men on the pitch. But what if you were not allowed to watch the match live? Parents of pupils at one school in Telford were asked to put their children to bed at a normal time, then not to whisper a word of what happened so they could watch the match when they arrived this morning. Our Midlands correspondent Ben Chapman was there too.
Here at Meadows Primary School, these pupils have just experienced what those England fans who did stay up last night experienced about 7 hours before. Absolute jubilation. They've done an amazing job here, the staff and the parents, of keeping the result a secret until just now. This was the reaction when Jude Bellingham got England's first goal. There was plenty of remonstrating with the referee over that red card and the Mexican penalty, and then this was Harry Kane's stop kick. Well, I'm going to come outside away from the noise a little bit and speak to 3 Year 5 pupils who've just witnessed that extraordinary England win. I'll ask you first, what was it like?
It was amazing. They did a really good job, and what I really liked is how they all worked together and spread out a lot, and we didn't have to stay up late, and we got to spend time with all our friends watching the match together.
Thank you so much. Harry, how did you feel about not being allowed to stay up but enjoying it with your friends instead?
I mean, I felt a bit sad when I couldn't be able to stay up, but now I've just experienced it with my friends. I felt like 2 times better now, and most of all, we've just won as well, so it's even like just better, and it's so much fun today.
Way more fun, I think, than on the sofa at home. And for you, how can England do in the World Cup now? How far can we go?
Far, because today everybody thought that Mexico was obviously going to win, because everybody thought that they were going to be like beat England, but today, because they've beat Mexico 3-2, they're obviously going to go really far.
Well, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the day. I think we'll go back to lessons now. The next game, Saturday at 10 o'clock, bit less of a headache for parents, but what a fun way to spend your Monday morning.
Indeed, brilliant scenes there. Ben Chapman reporting from Meadows Primary School in Telford. Mary is here with the evening news at 6:30. From everyone on the Lunchtime team, have a lovely afternoon. Bye for now.